Hi, Erin here. I've been working on my new site design, which has caused me to think a lot about just communication and my own views of communication, which is both literary based and visually based. It's due to my background in art and in literature and writing. So when I think about communications, I'm always thinking about how the visual component enhances the written one and vice versa. But with the site design, it's a little different. It's a little more complicated because there are a lot of different elements that go into building a site. And I've just been having to think about what are my goals? Do I want people to connect with me on social media? Or do I want to get them to sign up for my e-letter? Do I want them to subscribe to my blog? Or is my goal to get them to my services page so that they'll contact me about a consultation or work with me as a coach? So I'm having to think about what is the best way to do that? What do I highlight on my site to get people to act? And what do I do? Like, do I hide the social media icons, or do I keep them but not have them quite as obvious? Do I not show all of my social media icons because I'm just about everywhere these days? So I've just been thinking a lot about that, and I've been thinking about, well, what goes in my sidebar? How do I get people to pay attention to that and not get lost in a bunch of text? And what are the visual components that I need to add to make my site fun and express what my views are of communications and of writing right and all of that kind of stuff? And I think since I'm going through that, it helps me to help other people with their own visions for their communications, and to think about how the layout actually affects what you read. If there's too much on the page, you aren't going to stay there very long. If there's just a lot of pictures, that's great. I mean, if you're doing a photo blog, that's one thing, but if your goal is to get people to understand what you're doing, then you can't just rely always on the visual element. So I guess in the future, I'll be better prepared to help people think about how to go about communicating their own initiatives and for building their own, I guess, call to actions, and to just think about what are the goals and strategies, and to realize that a lot of planning goes into doing this, and it's never quite done. You just keep doing a lot of testing. And in my case, I do a lot of trial and error, and I look at it and I think about it, and I change something and I look at it again and I think about it, and then I finally decide to stay with one aspect or another, or I think about it and decide to leave it as it is for now because I need to focus on the other parts of the site. I can't just spend all my time with one part, because I probably could do that, but I will never get anywhere with my site if I'm so focused on a teeny tiny detail that I lose sight of the big picture. And again, that's really what I can help people to do, is not to get lost in the woods so much, and to remember that the forest is made up of trees, and that the trees are a part of the forest. So here's to continuing the work on my site. I hope to have it done soon, probably by the end of this weekend. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm aiming for. We'll see if that happens, and if it does, well, we're going to have some sort of launch party on my website. I don't exactly know what that's going to be, but it's going to be fun, and there's probably going to be some sort of reference to red pens and writing right, and maybe some new chibis. So you'll want to stay tuned for that, and of course you can always contact me via email or someplace on social media or anything like that, because I would be happy to talk with you about developing your own blog and site and helping you to reach your goals. So here's to the end of another video, and talking with you again soon.